Hello everyone. Today our topic is human capital investments in Singapore. Singapore, as a small economic entity, is famous for its extraordinary education resources. In the 2021 QS ranking list, we can find that 2 of Singapore's universities rank very highly. These achievements stem from the Singapore government's support for national education. The figure shows that total government spending on education is continuously increasing and up to 1,263 million in 2020. The growth rate is about 160% from 2000 to 2020. Additionally, data from Singapore statistics shows that citizens over 25 years old who have completed at least post-secondary are accounted for 61.84%, and citizens over 25 years old who have completed at least tertiary are accounted for 52.4%. Both are high level around the world. Furthermore, Singapore's government published the Work Fair program to encourage continuing education of employees to help them master better skills during work by giving some bonus to employers. Through this program, the older low-wage workers can get additional income to improve their life, which is good to keep social security. However, there is an obvious problem: uneven distribution of benefits. We can find the government undertaking all costs, but the benefits are spread including employees, employers, government, etc., which seems to be unfair. Whereas, in government view, all costs of education are valuable to contribute to higher productivity and upgrade people's lives. But what is a fact? My partner will further analyze the following 2 questions. How does human capital investment differently benefit government and individuals? Compared to the government, what will happen if a private firm invests in education services?
Let's focus on the impact of human capital investment on individuals. Education has the dual attributes of consumer goods and capital goods. As consumer goods, education can develop new interests and improve one's life. Increasing social investment in education and income will increase one's demand for consumer goods. As capital goods, education can promote the effective accumulation of human capital, bring higher employment opportunities and income returns to the educated. Capital goods have risk and cost. For students, it's the opportunity cost of choosing a major. For workers, education can be time-consuming and expensive. Increasing human capital investment has 3 ways to impact individual education choice. First, improving the expected return on education. Lower tuition, more major options can reduce the risk of individual education investment. Second, improving one's education quality expectations. Third, increasing education opportunities for individuals. More higher education resources increases the individual education investment.
Okay, now let's move to the impact on the society. First of all, human capital and economic growth are strongly correlated. In one thing is that human capital could affect the economic growth and it could help to develop an economy by expanding the knowledge and skills of the people. Thus, the skills provide economic value since a knowledgeable workforce could lead to increased productivity, and lifetime income of individuals increases for workers, which could lead to a greater consumption. And the second impact on the society is that more accurate workforce data tracking. Since investment in human capital forces the society to become a better steward of workforce management data. After all, the data will ultimately help the society identify the ideal area in which to invest. In turn, the better workforce data tracking could produce countless other benefits for workforce management flow.
So now we start to discuss the difference between training provided by private companies and training provided by the government. From the perspective of positive externality, its definition is when the production of a good or service creates spillover benefits that help a third party not involved in the market transaction. Such good may be underprovided by the free market. We see education as a good, and when private companies provide education, the beneficiaries are not just those who are educated. The more education a person receives, the greater the social benefit there will be. Because more educated people tend to be more enterprising, meaning that they will bring greater economic value to their community, and some may go on to invent handy products or come up with important ideas which everyone else will gain from. When private firm provides education, the social benefit of obtaining education is greater than that of the private benefits because individuals do not factor in the social benefits. They are not only they are only interested in the private benefits, and therefore they purchase a level of education which is not socially optimal. Thus, the consumption of education is under the equilibrium quantity. Here we can see in the graph, this yellow triangle represents the deadweight loss that result from this decision not to obtain a socially desirable educational level. When the government steps in, it's like the government provides education grants or other subsidies, which would lower the cost of education and encourage more people to obtain the education. Under the new education consumption, it will enable greater social efficiency and provide more net benefit from the whole society level, like the professional conversion programs in Singapore, which is targeted at professionals, managers, executives, and technicians mid-career switchers to undergo skills conversions and move into other occupations. With the intervention of governments, all these participants can get funding support like the salary support and the course fees subsidy. These funds largely reduce the cost of receiving training, thus driving more and more people getting to such programs and possess more excellent skills.
Now let's look at the differences between the training provided by government and that provided by private firms. That is, the training is aimed at different groups and the training content provided is also different. The training provided by private companies is generally aimed at employees within the firm, and the training content is also mainly aimed at different skills that employees needed to have to engage in internal work of the company, which is more targeted. In contrast, the training provided by the government is not only for those who have worked, but also for those who have not been employed. At the same time, the training provided by the government is more extensive. Singapore has several national universities that can provide training in many areas, such as art and science. The government also provides a workplace training support scheme to encourage employees to participate in training and improve their skills and income. Another difference between government training and private company training is that they have different purposes. The main purpose of training provided by private companies is to improve employees' skills, to improve employees' productivity, and make the company obtain greater benefits. In contrast, apart from the purpose of improving production capacity, the government also hopes to improve the employment rate and national quality and maintain Singapore's competitiveness in the world economy. That's our presentation. Thank you very much.